Okay, good day everyone. It is June the 2nd of 2021, and this is Total Investor, everyone's favorite investment YouTube channel. Today, I just want to review what's going on in the market. What's the most talked about story is really the heavily shorted stocks making some very large up moves. Okay, again, just before we go any further, just like to again tell you again that everything I say is just for investment, as for educational purposes. It is not, should not be considered investment advice. Okay. If you've seen, there has been some stocks that have really taken off already. That primarily the ones that have been talked about is GME and also AMC. In fact, if you go back to the channel, this channel, you will notice that 1 week ago I made a video specifically on those two. And I did say that they were looking to move higher. Technically, they were both buys. And guess what? They did move higher and still are. I just want to go over 3 other stocks that I feel have the potential to move higher as well and are heavily shorted. 3 of them being CLVS, Clovis. There is let me find it here. OTRK. And finally, INSG, which is Inseego. Okay, now they have a very high short interest as a percentage of the float. And I think that I just want to review the technicals. Okay, it's very easy to say, yeah, it's heavily shorted, but that alone doesn't give me everything. I want to know, does it have the potential to move higher just based on the technicals, the chart pattern? Okay, so let's go there. The first one is Clovis. Okay, and if we look at the chart here, it did top out at just over $11, came back down. We see that we are down near support $5. Okay, and I think that this is pretty much the support. It really doesn't have a whole lot much further that it can go. $4.50, obviously there can go lower, but I think that this is strong support here. So for those that are holding or buying it here, I think that you've got some very little downside risk. We see that the DIs have crossed into now a buy zone. It is currently above the 10-day moving average. Still has a little bit to go before it gets above the 50-day moving average. And today, it crossed above the 50 on the RSI. So this looks like it does want to move higher. It's not a full buy yet, but I think that it's going to get there. Okay. Next, we've got Inseego, INSG. This thing had a short ratio of 26%. And we see that after the top was made back in early January of $22, we see the first bounce that it had, where it bottomed out at just about 8.5. And then we find another bottom here, and we see that there has been a bullish divergence. The stock made a lower low. However, the RSI did not. The RSI actually was higher than the previous low. That's bullish. It tells us that, we could be near a bottom. And if we look at the ADX line, that's the black line here, it went up and then came down. When that happens, it tells us that there's a good chance that the previous trend could be ending. In this case, the previous trend was down. So here's where we feel that there could be a bottom here. And, there's a good chance that this trend, downward trend, has ended. The DIs have also crossed into bullish territory. The stock is above the 10-day and the 50-day moving average. 10 days now sloping upward. And the RSI has broke 50. Okay, so everything is on the go here. It looks very bullish. And I think that this one also offers lower risk compared to many other stocks out there. That doesn't mean that it's risk-free. It's not. but I think that the risk-reward ratio is more in your favor here. Okay, next, Ontrak, OTRK. The short interest ratio is on this one is 32%. Okay, what we see here is after the top, $100 bottomed out just a few weeks later, and it's just drifted sideways for what, March, April, May, just over 3 months here. Okay, and I think that we may be on the start of something very, very soon. We see the RSI has crossed above 50, bullish. The stock is above both moving averages, although once it's consolidated like this and the moving averages have moved across, is not exactly the best signal. But we also see the ADX, that's the black line here, it has turned down. So what does that mean? Well, it just tells us again that the previous move, in this case moving sideways, has ended. And the red line and the green line, which are the DIs, look like they want to cross and move into bullish territory. So again, another lower risk, good potential move for this particular stock. Again, it's not risk-free. Nothing is. You can lose money with any of these particular trades. But again, my opinion, that's all it is, that these offer good upside compared to the risk on the downside. So again, these are for really high risk, for aggressive trades. They're not long-term investments. Any of these can lose money, but again, just based on the chart pattern, they are looking bullish, and I think that these are probably going to be in the early stages of moving higher. If you have any questions about these particular stocks or any other stocks, feel free to comment down below. Please, I'm going to ask you to subscribe to this channel. Down on the lower right-hand corner of this video, you will see an icon of George Washington. Click on that and you can subscribe to this channel. That will allow YouTube to inform you as to when a new video is out there. So it helps you, and it also helps me in this channel and the algorithm. And if you like this channel, please give it a thumbs up, and we will take it and we will go from there in the future, and hopefully we'll make this channel grow. And with that, I will see you in the next video. Thank you.